What is up everyone, and we are back with another guide about Phantasy Star Online 2. Today we are talking about what you need to know before you make that Rivalate series. First, let's cover how to create it. It requires the Novel series at plus 35 of your weapon selection. Just buy it with Rising Weapon Badges number 5, then upgrade it to plus 35. Key Rivalate. That's required through the Mission Pass or 800 titles, so you have 2 avenues to get this Key Rivalate. And you only need one. Next is the Diehards. That's acquired through dismantling 50-star weapons, and Plam X. That's acquired through dismantling 14-star and 15-star weapons specific to the weapon type. Then there's X Cubes. Exchange 10, 11, and 12-star weapons for each of those X Cubes. Yes, this is a new update in episode 6 where you can exchange 11 and 12-star weapons for those X Cubes. Then Ultimate Boosters. These are rare drops from the Ultimate Quest or the Christmas UQ. One thing I suggest is looking at all S-grade 5-slot augments, the special ability factors from those Rivalate weapon type series, and see which one is for you. For me, I picked the Gunblade for Skillful Adept Will. It increases critical hit rate by 20%, critical hits will deal an additional 2% damage and recover 1% of the damage dealt, up to 30 health max. Now the Gunblade skill, Skillful Adept Will, can work on any class and any equipment, but the other ones are specific to the weapon type, so if you want Skillful Adept Will, then create the Gunblade and change weapon category from Zig to whatever weapon you desire. The Gunblade Rivalate series also doesn't require any specific class X cubes, so you can use any class X cubes you require. If you use a specific weapon type, say rifle for example, there is a group of class X cubes you can choose from. The Gunblade can use any class X cubes. For me, the Gunblade S5 Augment is better than the Rifle S5 Augment because now I don't need a dedicated lifesteal weapon, as the Gunblade's S5 Augment will heal me for 1% damage dealt up to 30 health every time I hit a critical strike. This isn't the case for everyone, so if this augment isn't for you, just create the specific Rivalate weapon type for you. Then when I make the Rivalate Gunblade, I will go to Zig and select change weapon category and change my Rivalate Gunblade to a Rivalate rifle. Then I'm gonna test the Gunblade's S5 augment and see if it's a good fit for me and my build. If it isn't, I'm just gonna augment my rifle's special ability factor, the S5 augment, onto it. On top of this, it's recommended to upgrade your Noble series to 8 slot before even attempting to upgrade to the Rivalate series. Since it will take a while to upgrade to the Rivalate series, you can in the meantime upgrade to 8 slots. And if you fail and go below 5 augment slots, you can easily just buy another Nova series and try again. What I mean is when you are upslotting your Nova series, there is a chance you might fail and go below 5 augment slots. If this happens, you can easily just buy another Nova series because they come attached with 5 augment slots. Then try again. This is because you need 6 Nova series weapons to get 1 to plus 35. If you didn't know, its grand cap is plus 30 when bought from the Rising Weapon Badge exchange shop. Then when you are grinding it, you need to add the same weapon type onto itself as fodder to increase its cap by 1 per same weapon type up to grand cap level 35. So you already need to buy 6 Nova series. Why not buy another if your augment slots go below 5 base slots, then try again for that 8 slot. To make it easier augmenting your Nova series to 8 slots, if that is your end goal, augment an S4 slots onto it because that slot will always succeed, even if you're upslotting. If it didn't have this S4 attached, you need to pass 8 augment slots for 8 slots. If you do have this S4 augment attached, that means you only need to pass 7 other augments for 8 slots. This will increase your success rate to 8 slots dramatically. The cheapest way I found is to go to the player shop and buy add S4 Rainbow Balance because they run around 20,000 Meseta each on ship 1. Then use a capsule when augmenting to add the S4 augment slot. Next up, you need to pay attention to this because this is the most important thing you need to know when upgrading your Novel series to a Rivalate series. The Novel series only has S-grade 4 augment slots, and when you upgrade to the Rivalate series, it has S-grade 4 and S-grade 5 slots. So if you went ahead and augmented your Nova series, say for example, Mana Reverie, Astral Soul, Precision 6, Phase Decay, Mark Joy, and Grand Shoot, as well as the S4 ability and any junk placeholder for that S5 ability. And you thought you were okay because you had a placeholder for that S grade 5 augment slot, you still messed up badly. What you did is you made it impossible to attach the S5 augment grade slots onto your Rivalate series without re-augmenting again. In order for you to add an S5 augment grade slot, you need to re-augment your whole weapon. That means nearly all of your godly augments will be destroyed in the process. For all weapons, you can just use augment transfer passes to add it, but that is extremely expensive, so do not even think about doing that. Then there's the option of doing S grade augment transfer, which swaps one S grade augment from one weapon to another, or it swaps one S grade weapon from one weapon to another weapon that has those specific S grade augment slots. For example, Weapon A has Astral Soul, Weapon B has S1 Augment Will and Mana Reverie. Now you use S grade augment transfer, then your results are going to be Weapon A, S1 Augment Will, and that Astral Soul will be deleted for the S1 Augment slot. Then Weapon B, its S1 Augment will be deleted, and you will be left with Mana Reverie, and it will be downslotted from 2 slots to 1 slot. So it swaps S1 from one weapon for the augment on the other, but if it's not an S1 augment, then it's going to delete the other augment. This only works if the other weapon has the ability to hold an S1 augment slot, so they need to be the same augment slot. However, the Rivalate series has S grade augment slot 5, so let's try and see what happens. Say you have a Rivalate series, you upgraded from Novel, augmented it out, and now you have a Rivalate series. It has Mana Reverie, Astral Soul, Precision 6, Phase Decay, Mark Joy, Grand Shoot, just a random S4 ability, and a junk augment for a placeholder for the S5 ability. And Weapon B, all it has is S5 augment. Wait a second, what is Weapon B weapon gonna be? That weapon has to have S grade augment slot 5. So what weapons do have access to S grade augment number 5? Only 3 of them: the Rivalate series, the Purus, which upgrades to the Still, and that's not in the game yet, but the Dim series upgrades to Purus, then the Still, and the Crash series, which is the best weapon in the game. And that's your dilemma. You need another weapon with S grade augment slot 5, but the only one available currently is another Rivalate series, and it's locked behind a wall. Key Rivalate. You only have one in your mission pass tier 30 and one from achieving 800 titles. That's a total of 2. And if you don't have another key from the 800 titles, then you cannot add S grade augment slot 5 onto your Rivalate series without completely destroying your augments. So what are your options? Your options are to create another Rivalate series and use that to add S grade augment slot 5 onto your main weapon, which is impossible without 800 titles. Your next option is to wait for the Purus series to come out, which we don't know when it's going to be released, but it's the upgraded version of the Dim series, so if you have the Dim series, you are halfway there. Or the smart thing to do, wait to augment your Novel series. Wait until you upgrade it to the Rivalate series, then augment its own special ability factor onto itself to add the S grade augment slot 5 onto it, then at the same time add an S grade augment number 4 onto it as well. Then you can finally combine everything together and create your dream Rivalate series. I know that it took a while to explain what I just explained, but I wanted to show you every single option available and see how imperative it is for you to wait to upgrade to your Rivalate series before augmenting your weapon in order to maximize your efficiency. In the future, this won't matter as much as we have access to the Purus series, but for now you don't, so you don't want to get screwed for not thinking this through. So I hope everyone sees this video before creating the Rivalate series. I almost did the same mistake, but luckily I thought it through before augmenting my Upslot Novel series. And that's it for this video. If you liked this video and it helped you out, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. Thank you all for tuning in and listening, and until next time.